Moments where blessings rest. Opening. Today I want to talk about letting go, about the quiet weight many of us have carried through all the long seasons of our lives. Each of us holds at least one burden we've never spoken aloud. If just for a moment you can set yours down today, then this time together will have meaning. So let us walk gently into these small moments of insight, moments that might warm the colder corners of a tired heart. Story 1. The Two Monks and the Burden. On a mountain path where a cold wind had just drifted by, a man lowered an old bundle from his back and sighed, a sound so familiar, as if echoing the weight many of us have carried. From youth into old age, never quite knowing how to put it down. At a riverbank, a young monk met a woman trembling with fear. A faint light flickered in her tired eyes, the kind seen in people who have endured much in silence. Without a moment's hesitation, the elder monk lifted her onto his back and carried her across the cold river, as some kind souls do, helping first, asking questions later. The water chilled his feet, but when the woman whispered, "Thank you," truly, even the wind seemed to soften. The evening light rested gently on her trembling hand, and for a brief moment, both monk and woman felt a little lighter. Life sometimes comforts us in the quietest, most unexpected ways. But long after they had crossed, the young monk's thoughts were restless. "You broke the rule by carrying a woman," he insisted, his mind fixed on right and wrong, while his heart searched for peace. The elder monk smiled softly. "I set her down at the riverbank, but you are still carrying her." The words stirred something deep within him, like dust rising in a long, unopened room. We all have moments like this. A single sentence someone once said that quietly shifted the direction of our lives. And in that moment, the young monk remembered a sentence his father had spoken long ago, a wound he had never forgiven. For the first time, like the dim light before dawn, he realized he could finally set it down. Story 2. The Torn Robe. A poor monk owned nothing of value but his robe. One day, while searching for a needle, his hand slipped, and the worn fabric tore with a soft rip. The sound felt as if something inside him had torn too. His shoulders fell. The breeze passing through the tear stung like an old wound reopening. The quiet ache we feel when we lose something cherished for many years. His teacher approached and said gently, "You weren't holding on to the robe. You were holding on to the fear of losing it." In that moment, the monk remembered the day he was too poor to attend a dear friend's wedding. A small shame he had buried deep within began to loosen, thread by thread, and he understood. It wasn't poverty that bound him, but the old label he had given himself. "I am not enough." Story 3. The Unbroken Teacup. "This cup will break someday," the master said. "I use it as though it already has." Days later, the disciple dropped it. The sharp crack echoed in his chest. His hands froze, but the master smiled kindly. "In my heart, it broke long ago. There is nothing to grieve now." The words touched a place in the disciple's heart, the place where he still held on to his late mother. Every morning he greeted her photograph, unable to let go. For the first time, a gentle permission washed over him, the permission to say goodbye with love. He learned that everything will eventually break or fade, and if we hold things tenderly, they do not have to break our hearts. Story 4. The Monk Who Set Down His Shovel. An old monk who had tilled the earth his entire life refused to set down his shovel, even when his back bent and his hands ached. Without this work, he believed, he was nothing. One day the head monk said quietly, "To hold something new, your hands must first be empty." For the first time, the old monk released his shovel. The wind felt warmer than he remembered. Birdsong and distant chanting sounds, always there, reached him for the first time. And he realized he was also releasing the guilt he had carried for 30 years. Over a disciple he believed he had failed. The regret melted slowly, like snow vanishing in sunlight. Putting down the shovel was the first step toward forgiving himself. Story 5. The Old Man and the Stone. An old man carried his regrets on his back as if they were stones, growing heavier year by year. One day he collapsed by the roadside. A monk passing by said gently, "If you drop the stone, the road will appear. And when the road appears, your strength will return." The old man lowered the stone. Suddenly the earth smelled vivid and alive. The breeze touched his skin like an old friend returning. Then he remembered the smile of his first love, a smile he had avoided for 40 years. Now it came back to him, warm, forgiving. "I can let you go," he whispered. Letting go was not forgetting, but gently releasing the younger man he once was, and the woman he once cherished, with the words, "It's all right now. Now, let's take a moment to gently reflect. What burden has been heaviest on your heart lately? What shape does it take? Choose just one thing, only one, and set it down today. You don't need to release everything at once. Even letting go of a single long-held worry is more than enough. Maybe it is an old remark that wounded you, a regret you've never spoken aloud, a goodbye you never had the chance to say. When this video ends, you might whisper words you've held inside. "I'm sorry. Thank you. And from now on, I will be gentler with myself." The moment you set that one weight down, a quiet light will begin to enter your life. May this time together be the small opening through which that light appears. Thank you for letting me rest beside your heart for a little while. This has been Moments Where Blessings Rest.